Hello, this is Maurice Wrong, aka the Mr. Wrong, aka the Icon. This is another session of Come Study with Me. This is with I'm going to talk about a little brief history about brief about the Sodom and Gomorrah and what God said to Abraham. And then it's going to be a little short session, maybe long, more likely, but because tomorrow going to be a longer session because we can talk about Jacob. Well, not tomorrow, but the next video going to be talking about Jacob and Esau and Jacob's wife, and then we'll talk about really mostly be about Jacob, the story of Jacob, and then but right now we're gonna finish up the Abram story because Abraham, whatever you want to call it, his ass, but yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. And theories on the toasting of Sodom. The Lord rained down fire and burning sulfur from the sky on Sodom and Gomorrah. He utterly destroyed them, along with the other cities and villages of the plain, wiping out all the people and every bit of vegetation. Genesis chapter 19, verses 24 through 25. The twin sin cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, along with their satellite villages, were notorious in Bible times for pride, gluttony, and laziness, while the poor and the needy suffer outside her door. That's Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 49. And because some men of Sodom tried to gang rape angels sent to escort Lot out of the town, this city also earned a reputation for rape and homosexuality. Sodomy, which is homosexual sex, takes its name from the city. The Bible experts don't know exactly where Sodom or the other cities were, or how God sheared them off the planet. As for the location, one of the most persistent theories put them in or near the shallow water on the Dead Sea south end. The idea is that the Bible times this area was a fertile plain, not flooded as it is today. I ain't gonna read that shit. That really ain't really get to no details at all, and it really was really that God was really just made Abram he was about to destroy the city, and Noah went to Sodom and Gomorrah, went in Sodom and Gomorrah trying to find 50 people at first. He couldn't find 50 righteous people. Then it went down 40. He couldn't find 40. So it went already down to 10. He couldn't find 10. So he said, fuck it, let's save my nephew. And that's basically was it. So he sent his angel to the nephew. That's what when the men of Sodom or Gomorrah wanted to try to rape Lot. We're not trying to rape Lot. The angels and Lot tried to give his daughters. Yeah, I know. I ain't gonna get my daughters. Hey, you just might as well have these angels because you ain't finna rape my daughters. But they even want the daughters. They want the men, which is ironic. So the angels escorted Lot out. They said, "Do not turn back." The woman turned back. Lot's wife turned back, and she turned to a pillar of salt. Which means a lot of things too, because you ever turn back in your past, or except if you and the ex broke up, and y'all decided to rekindle, and sometimes it don't go right, because that's because you turn back in the past. Me, I don't go back in the past. I just keep on moving on. The past is just a learning experience, which is supposed to be a learning experience. But okay, because they ain't really going into detail, so I had to just put the fluff in. So God and Abraham, kill your son. Take your son. That's kind of messed up. God and Abraham, I said in a prayer, kill your son. Let's kill your son. Take your son, your only son, yes, Isaac, whom you love so much, and go and sacrifice him at the burnt offering. This is Genesis chapter 22, verse 2. God orders Abraham to slaughter Isaac, hack his corpse into manageable pieces, and burn it to ashes. Damn, that's messed up. You just told me to hack my son into some manageable pieces and burn it to ashes. my son, and you sent off Ishmael. Uh, that's Isaac's son. That's Abraham's son. The son God had promised will produce a nation of descendants who will inherit Israel. What sense could that prophecy make? Yet Abraham agrees. Some wonder if Abraham was expecting God to raise Isaac from the dead piece by piece. The Bible doesn't say how old Isaac is at the time, but the Jewish legend says he's 37. Isaac, I know he was like, okay. I'm gonna go to that later. And that the news of Abraham's plans shocked Sarah to death at the age of 127. Father and son walked about 3 days north to Mount Moriah, the hill where Jews of 1,000 years later will build the Jerusalem temple. Wow, Mount Sinai. See, the Bible go in a real circle. Like from generation, they really go in a real circle because the Jews, he walked up to Mount Moriah, and then the Jews 1,000 years later, the Jews built the Jerusalem temple. It's amazing how these motherfuckers go in a circle. There's Abraham piles up stones to make a simple altar. He arranges wood on top. Then he ties up his son, lays him on the altar, and picks up a knife to slice his boy's throat for a quick death. Don't lay a hand on the boy, says the angel, who may actually be the Lord himself. Now I know that you truly fear God. You have not withhold you have not withhold from me even your son, your only son. Genesis chapter 22, verse 12. As if in all-knowing God is to test Adam's faith. New Testament writers will later see in the story a foreshadowing of another father-son sacrifice, which is Jesus Christ. What Abraham was willing to do, sacrifice his son, God did. Perhaps Abraham's story is to help people understand how much God suffered because of humanity sins. Though it seems impossible for us to understand why Jesus had to die for the sins of human beings. The Bible teaches this is what happened, and it was God who sent Jesus to die. When the Roman soldier raised his arm to drive the nail on that Friday morning, no angel came to stop him, but angels were there at the dawn of Sunday. But I got a question. Whoever bear with me reading and watch this to the end. 37 years old, Isaac was about to get sacrificed. You know, in the movies he was growing up, he was a kid. At 37 years old, like, I'm 32. And my dad talk about we finna go on the mountain, he finna sacrifice me. I want to look at his ass like, oh, okay, dude, you gonna have a fight on your hands, I'm gonna fuck you up. You ain't finna just kill me out this already, nitty. Like, I'm a grown ass man. Who you think you finna do? Who you think you finna sacrifice? You ain't sacrificing me. You better see, it's just two of us. See, I'm Ishmael. See, I'm the one that don't play. You better take Isaac. I don't want to go to Ishmael, because now you tripping. I see why Ishmael left. You tripping. All right, man. Love you. God love you. Jesus love you. And I want you. I don't have no question. I thought the question just went blank. So, God love you. Jesus love you. And I love you. Like and subscribe.